Here's a question I've been thinking a lot about. Are AI-assisted artworks still your art? And here's my opinion. Yes, they are still your artworks, and here's why. The original journal pages are entirely your own creative work. The prompts and decisions guiding the AI are also yours. You decide what to keep, what to adjust, and what mood you want. The AI is acting like a digital assistant, a digital tool, maybe similar to Photoshop filters or having an assistant that smooths paint for you. Ethically, you remain the primary designer or creator because the AI couldn't have made these images without your input, pages, and creative vision. So do you think about it as a collaboration, as a tool? Well, if you see AI as a tool, then the finished work is yours, just like using Procreate brushes or photo editing software. If you want to frame it as a collaboration, you certainly can. And some artists like to credit AI as a co-creator. For example, digital refinements assisted by AI. That's optional. It's more about transparency than obligation. You don't have to attribute when showing, for example, your before and after pages, but if you want to be transparent for teaching or for publishing, you certainly can. You might say something like, original art journal page by your name, digitally refined using AI prompts. If you're teaching, you can give context. This page began as my handmade art journal spread. I then guided AI with prompts to soften, blend, and integrate elements, showing how AI can be your creative assistant. If you're publishing it in a book or a gallery, you might say mixed media artwork by your name with digital refinements using AI. So what's the bottom line? The heart of the artwork, in my opinion, the soul, intention, layout, and meaning is yours. The AI helps polish and extend it, but ethically, it's closer to calling it your art made with digital assistance than calling it a collaboration. Why do we talk about this? Well, journaling is deeply personal. When AI enters the picture, you might wonder, is this still my art? I'll mention something that soul artists talk a lot about in my Soul Artist Experience courses. Many times we will create a page in our art journals, and after it's done, we say to ourselves with a kind of wonder, who made it? Meaning it almost feels like a co-creation. So that feeling comes up even when we aren't using digital assistants. Soul artists are naturally living a conscious life. I think it's healthy to have a framework to feel ownership of your art while staying mindful of the ethics. My take, your page, your prompt, your decision, it's still your art. You could frame it as experimentation. I tested how AI could extend what I started, and then I decided what felt true. Art journal page with digital refinements. Mixed media and AI prompts guided by me, or simply no mention if you feel AI is just a tool. I always encourage my students to reflect in your journal or in our community. Does this feel like my art? Why or why not? I ask myself when I use AI, do I want to call it a tool, a collaborator, or an experiment? How does acknowledging AI change the way others see my page? If you want to learn more, I've created, with some AI help, a student handout on AI, authorship, and ethics. It covers ownership, framing options, attribution choices, and reflection prompts. Perfect to print and include in your journal. Check it out in the video description. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next lesson.